I want to share with you something about my style of teaching, and I want you to tell me, and maybe you can leave a comment for me. That would be very helpful to hear your opinion because something about the way that I teach and what I really want to teach that I think might seem like a little confusing or not make sense the way that I say it. So, does it make sense? Tell me so I can say it again. When you learn Reiki or anything that I have to say about healing, if you come to me for a Reiki session, of course, I'm going to say, this, I'm going to teach you. This is how we do this. This is how we do that. Oh, I can answer that question. Yeah, I'm not sure if I would really do that, but maybe try this. That's teaching, right? You show people how to do something. The thing that I really, really want to teach, though, and if I said to do this right now and you started doing it 100%, then you'd be taught. It's one thing. And that is to be the person that you are, to do what you want, to get away from that phrase and that cliche of your true self, your inner self, your higher self, not your higher self, your true self, and to live that and to make your path to be about getting closer to do that because it's maybe for some of us, I know for me, hard or at least an ongoing process to learn about yourself and to let that person be and to let them come out and be seen to the rest of the world. And so every time I teach something, every time I tell somebody, share my experience in a Reiki session, I noticed this about your energy, or I noticed that, or what did you notice this? Because X, Y, and Z, discussing their their energy. I never ever want anybody to say because people have come to me after they've gone, to this practitioner years ago, or they had a class and they learned this. Oh, this teacher told me that, or this practitioner told me that I have a blog post about this too, that my third chakra is broken. And those things, I understand what people are saying. And as I described to you, I teach things too, and I share things. But I want everybody to use what I teach or say almost more like a springboard, like a mirror, like, how does that land with me? Does that feel true for me? Do I trust this person? I I never want anyone to go to somebody a year after they came to me and say, like, oh, at least it told me that my chakra was broken. Because our energy is constantly shifting. I might interpret something different from somebody else. You might be in a different mood on the day that you come to see me as when you go to see somebody else. You might like vibe with that person better or worse than you do with me. There are just so many factors and I just think it's really important. It's the thing that I really want to teach. And I think that energy work is a great way to measure what you really believe because energy work is like not one of those cut and dry equations like 2 + 2 = 4. Although I've heard that in some ideas about math, 2 + 2 doesn't equal 4, but I'm not smart enough for that. So I just use that. Usually we think 2 + 2 = 4, but there are just so many other variables in energy healing. So I really want you to feel into your own heart, right? This is what we're learning. And every single day, we don't have to have some big guided meditation or some, ayahuasca ceremony or some, week-long breath work extravaganza. Although all those things I'm sure are great. I'm not saying anything against those things. All I'm saying is that in addition, every single day, We can trust ourselves. We can take a breath and stop and see how we feel when someone tells us our chakra is broken or something else that doesn't feel right. So learn about energy healing, go to teachers, me or somebody else. And then in this field, this large, infinite field of, how to understand our universe and the energy that we're made up of, use that for your own self-awareness, for your own practice of intuition. You can have a pendulum and crystals and everything else, one of those little scrying things. I don't know what it's called. And then you can just have your own self, your own heart. You can feel contraction in your body when something doesn't feel right. You can feel expansion. Your body is always right there with you as the number one divination tool. That's it. Click.